$15,000 bounty. Delighted by the results. Tens of thousands of developers learn about Golem through this bounty to hire event. We got hundreds of GitHub stars. We got more than 100 new users on our Discord, some really fantastic Rust engineers. And what we're going to do today is announce the winner. Maxim, congratulations, Maxim, on winning the Bounty to Hire challenge.
Thank you. It was definitely a very interesting project to work on.
So what motivated you to work on this?
I always wanted to work on some Rust project and actually get to use the language because I liked it a lot, but I never found a good opportunity to do so. And now with the huge bounty attached to this issue, it was a very good opportunity to play around with Rust.
Thank you for that answer. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think that bounty is just like extra motivation to do something that's good for the community, to level up your skills. Writing open source is good for you. It's good for your brain. It's good for your open source resume. It's good for your career, but also allowing us to reimburse open source contributors and buy them a dinner or a coffee, or in this case, Maxim, I think, a new motorcycle or whatever you want with 15,000. We have used Algora extensively at Zyverge to, I think, give away more than $60,000 in bounties and introduce a whole new generation of open source contributors to the Zio ecosystem. So if you want to get your start in open source contribution in Ruby or Python or C or Scala, Rust, obviously, and just head over to algora.io. It's very, very hard to assess engineers. A lot of tech companies give you lots of computer science problems, but knowing the answers to technical challenge problems doesn't necessarily mean that you're a good fit for a given role. And what I have found actually over the course of a few decades of hiring people, actively hiring people, is that many times someone who is very, very active in open source development, these types of engineers often make fantastic additions to a team. And so when I was thinking about how would we find a new hire, let's go ahead and use open source. Just one little problem. Not really a lot of open source contributors to Golem. It's a very new open source project and it's a complex code base. So that led to this idea to put a bounty on an open source issue inside the Golem Cloud repository. We would spec up a single issue that's pretty substantive in nature. This is not something you could crank out in an afternoon or a weekend or even a week of nights and weekends. This is something that would take you probably a couple weeks of part-time contribution in order to get it into a state where we would even consider it as a potential solution for this issue. And we would put a really big bounty on it. So this is by far the largest bounty we've ever done. Thank our finalists in particular, all three of you, Martin and Colin and Maxim, for going the extra mile and coming up with something that all of us could see ultimately merged into the code base. Why Maxim's solution?
Yeah, it was really hard to choose because they are all so great. Basically, two major things. First of all, passing all the tests, it's up to date with all the changes, so it's ready to merge. More important part is that I felt like he has the deepest understanding of how the internals of Golem system work.
Yeah, that's fantastic. There's less review. You can trust them way more when you know that they deeply understand how things are working behind the scenes. Golem Cloud is going to end up changing the way people build distributed applications that are elastic and highly reliable. All this hard work payoff for our users. We've got multiple requests for this feature, the ability to ship one of your components on Golem with an initial set of files that is going to be powered by all of your hard work here. Like I said, a huge chunk of the people that I work with on a daily basis were hired directly because of their open source contributions. So that's one way to look for that next job. Just get involved with a project that's interesting and exciting and that has people you would like to work with on a daily basis. And that might line up your next opportunity. Folks who are watching, look for bounties on Algora. They have a ton of bounties across all programming languages. My name is John DeGoes, and I am CEO of Golem Cloud, the new open source serverless platform that's designed to help you build extremely scalable and reliable backends that can power REST APIs, mobile apps, web apps, all that stuff. Very excited to announce the conclusion of our Bounty to Hire event, which we began, I think, 3 weeks ago. So thank you to everyone, and I will see you around. Take care, everyone.